Hey, good morning. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing well, that the week is going well for you thus far. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're diving into the collective energy for Wednesday, February 2nd or 7th. Not the 2nd, the 7th. It is a timeless reading, so depending on when you find it, if you find messages here for you, then it's definitely meant for you. I always like to come into readings, regardless of whether you're doing it personally or watching on the YouTube, just with a question in mind, setting our intention of what we would like Spirit to speak to us, the messages that we're looking for, whether that's clarity or understanding around a situation, etc. Because Spirit will deliver, right? Spirit is constantly speaking to us. Spirit is anxious to speak to us, and a lot of times we just have to tune in, pay attention to our surroundings, be aware of what's going on, and we will receive those messages. They come through other people, signs, synchronicities, angel numbers. I was talking to a client the other day, and they were talking about that value of creating a password. So they wanted to know about a specific situation, and they were asking questions about it, and they created a specific word or phrase that was something special to their heart, and then it popped up like less than a week later. So it's always cool to hear those stories. It's always inspiring, because it just reminds us that wherever we are in the physical, whether we have the support that we want or we had hoped for, we always have our team of angels, spirit guides, crossed over loved ones that are there to assist and support. All that is more subtle energy, right? It's the consciousness, it's the beings playing out in the spirit world. So it's legit, is what I want to say. All right, so I'm going to get started with the energy cleansing. Definitely participate. If you have a smudge bundle, you can obviously receive what I'm doing on my end, or you can totally skip ahead, whatever you prefer. And this just helps set the intention, like I was talking about, cleanse out any blocks, any obstacles that we're running into. We need a little bit more clarity around, etc. So with that, let's get going. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. Spirit, I release anything that is blocking the highest and best messages from coming through. Give us clarity, give us understanding. Help make me a clear and open channel for the collective for this reading. Amen. Okay, so welcome. So before I was starting this reading, as I was preparing myself, I was hearing this message that you have more time than you think. If you're feeling like a little wound up, or you're not, you don't have enough time to get something done, to accomplish something, maybe you have a deadline in front of you and it's making you afraid or anxious, Spirit's saying that it's okay to just take a beat. I find that there's a lot of value in stilling and calming our mind. Wednesday is the day of Mercury, so it is all about communication. It's also about collaboration, which I really like, because we're finding new ways to we're finding ways to collaborate with new people, is what I should say. New people, new situations, new opportunities. And we have to take the wisdom that we've learned from the past and integrate it into these opportunities. Give us a little bit more of a platform to work from. Working smarter, not harder, is what I'm hearing. And Mercury does have some tense aspects to it today. It is square to Jupiter, so maybe there is some humbling that we have to do of ourselves in order to kind of get us to the next step on our goal, on our path. I'm also hearing that this is, like I said, it's a great day to find out information, communicate with people, understanding where you might be able to put in or bring in some new collaborations. Definitely spirit confirmation with the hair. The hair rabbits, they're so abundant, right? Like I was talking about this the other day. I love the springtime because they're just everywhere. These tiny, cute little bunnies, they're the cutest. And I always see them on my walk in nature, which is really, it's just very affirming for me because it really does symbolize fertility, abundance, being able to feel, sense something deep within and bringing it into manifestation. It's also this value in this deck of shape-shifting. So not being afraid to have a different perspective, taking a different approach to something that you might not be seeing the results that you have been looking for. Sorry, I'm a little... So the Weaver, fate, manifestation, decisions. This is about how we interweave our fate. Each choice that we make adds a layer to that, as if it were a blank canvas. Each choice is a brush stroke. And the beauty of being a little bit more aware, having more cognizance about what we're trying to call in, is we're not just trying to hurry up and get it done, fill in the picture or whatever. It's more about, like I said, being intentional about the steps that you're making, the choices, and making sure that they are in alignment with what you want. The Morangan has been coming up for us a lot, and she reminds us to tap back into that power. As much as I was hearing this morning that you have time, that more time than what you think, we also have to keep pushing forward. And the Mars energy is helping us do that. We just have to make sure that we're not getting too arrogant or like a know-it-all type energy is what I'm hearing. I know how to do this. I know how to make it happen. Be open to other ideas and other possibilities, especially as you're doing your networking and your collaborations today, because I find personally, people are so inspiring. They see things from a different angle. They can give us a different perspective, and it actually helps us know how to use our power in a smarter way. I love the Morangan because actually it's such a powerful energy. Definitely look her up. It's a really powerful story. She's this goddess of war, and she is very vigilant about protecting those that need it, right? That maybe be the underdogs or don't feel like they have a lot of power and determination on their side. So it's basically saying that trust your instincts, right? Trust the flip of the script. When you're seeing things in a different way, it's okay. It's okay to not do it in the way that you've been doing it before. And actually, I think that energy is way more beneficial. That's where that Mars square to the North Node is rubbing us the wrong way. We might be approaching something how we always do or how we know to. And like I said, I'm hearing that there might be a better way to do it. Yeah. And making sure that we are getting enough time to rest today. Stop, recharge, self-care. So I find a lot of value in meditation personally, transcendental meditation specifically. It really is like, it's crazy actually. It's one of the best forms of meditation that I've come across in all my years, but really it realigns, it reharmonizes the body in such a powerful way, in a way that like we wouldn't even think 10, 20 minutes would give us. So finding tools that align with that action of rest, of self-care, whether that's having a consistent daily routine or taking time to get out in nature, doing a little power nap, a meditation, doing a slow yoga, a restorative yoga, yin yoga, something like that, where it's helping calm and quiet our mind. This Nine of Swords has been popping up for us a little bit. We're worried about things. There's a lot going on, and I feel like it's in this way that we can't really see the end result quite clearly. We can feel it, we can sense into it, but the way it's playing out in the physical right now, it's not convincing us. Okay. These cards are huge. My tiny hands. Lots wanting to fall out. All right, let's get into the tarot. And let's see how this energy plays out in our daily. in our daily. Okay, Ace of Cups. So new beginnings in our environment. Love is here. If you're happy, ooh, Deborah, ooh, that was a scary one. If you're happy in your relationship, then this is just about a new cycle, a new phase opening up. Like I said, if you're single, this could be a new love offer coming in. It's also new beginnings, and it's new beginnings in a way that we feel excited and passionate about what is in front of us. Yeah, complete confirmation with the Fool and the Ace of Cups. I hear that you're really moving towards your passions. You have been doing an amazing job at shedding and releasing the things that don't serve you, and you keep pushing forward, and really Spirit is going to honor that within you. So have the faith along those lines that what you are doing, the path that you are on, is very beautiful. And there's a lot of opportunity in front of us. We have to make sure that we're not limiting ourselves with this Eight of Swords energy. It's an energy of self-sabotage. It's an energy of limitation. So going back to what I was saying, limitation around our perspective or our approach, making sure that we're changing that up, especially as it relates to the things of the past. This message came through for us yesterday, where we really need to make sure that if we do have people, situations that pop up from before, people that, you know, maybe didn't honor us, maybe didn't treat us appropriately, or we're not really feeling that vibe anymore. You know, I feel like it's not about like creating these strict, well, yes, we need boundaries, but it's not about cutting people off or saying F you or whatever. It's more about working with it in a different way. Right? That change in perspective. It's actually going to make you feel way more grounded and balanced. I'm hearing for some of you though, like this past energy, it's someone that wants the control. We've also been seeing this in previous readings. It's someone who wants to be able to dictate like how you live, how you operate, how you spend your money. So be conscious, right? That's why I feel like those boundaries are really important. Yeah, this could be past partnership energy with the Lovers. So this is someone coming back from the past, someone who it didn't really work out very well. Now they want to work with you. We saw this with the Three of Pentacles. Why are they coming out now? Let's look at that. Okay, it's, you know, this is the energy that makes me a little hesitant, because it does feel like whomever or whatever this is, it's about their own empowerment. It's about what works better for them. Yeah, them kind of being the patriarch over all the things, regardless of what gender they are. Maybe they're just someone who's used to having control, or they want certain things. Let's see what their intention with the collective is. What is their intention with the collective? Okay, so Justice energy, Libra. So be conscious, mindful if you're dealing with any court situations with anybody. Yeah, okay, so this is someone who is making a plan of action. I feel like they want to collaborate with you. I feel like they want to come back in. But this is a very similar message that we got yesterday. There's something around this that just doesn't sit well. It doesn't fit. It feels ulterior motives is what I'm hearing. What are they planning around this Justice energy? Okay, yeah, they're really emotional, so just be careful is what I want to say today. They're really emotional. They're not seeing things clearly. There's a lot of selfish energy on the board where they're more interested, like I said, in how it benefits them. There is this element of teamwork in your environment. It's not really happening, and probably because you guys aren't in communication, or there's not a lot of back and forth between you guys right now. And so I feel like this person's really debating. Yeah, they're assessing their options, figuring out, you know, But I don't like that, because with the Seven of Cups, there are things that cannot be so good for us in this Seven Cups, in the traditional tarot. Look it up if you're interested. There's some choices that are good, there's some choices that are not so good. And this person, this situation is very emotional, and so I feel like they gravitate towards the more low vibey energies. Whatever they're asking for from you, like I said, really vet it. Make sure that it feels right for you and what your plans and your goals are moving forward. There is a lot of disappointment in this dynamic. You could have left a love relationship. This could be a family member that you were really close to, that you didn't necessarily feel like it was going to go down this path, and then it did. Or just someone, you know, that was a part of your community, a really close friend, etc. I feel like they're disappointed with it. I think that there's a lot of connection. They still feel a pull towards you. But at the same time, I don't see a lot of healing on their end. It's more about, how can I figure this out? How can I make this work with doing the least amount of work is what I'm hearing. So you might be dealing with someone who's just a little lazy, apathetic, making you do everything is what I'm hearing. Let's close this out. Oh, Ivy. Okay, we got Ivy last time, or a couple times ago, since I started using this on the channel. I really love these decks. Ooh, I think I say that every time. You know, but Ivy has like a lot of tenacity. You know, I think about how it continues to grow up the wall, the side of the house, the gate, etc. And I feel like it definitely tags back to this Morangan energy of empowerment, where we have to find our vigilant, like we have to be vigilant. We have to continue to push forward on our path. With Venus square to the North Node, it's going to make us a little bit soft. And especially if we've dealt with this person, this situation before, this Six of Cups energy, because it's going to make us want to be empathetic and understanding and playing a little bit on our heartstrings. Ivy is about prophecy, connection, death, and rebirth. Ivy has since classic times been associated with intoxication, sought by the Druids, particularly for creativity, so that their work is inspired by something greater than their own personalities alone. Selecting this card may mean that such inspiration is coming to you, or that you should seek it. It goes back to that Mercury message we were talking about earlier. Finding new ideas, opportunities, you know, collaborating, communicating, seeing what's out there, and really allowing that inspiration to fuel you moving forward. To be receptive, you will need to still your mind. We talked about that, meditation, which will mean first resolving any conflict or confusion, whatever this past energy is, that is troubling you. The way to feel free and to forget yourself may lie in apparently opposite direction of becoming more aware of yourself and that which limits you. The poet Robert Frost says, the best way out is always through, and you may have to plumb the depths of the issue that is troubling you before you can find yourself free from them. Alternately, this card may be reaffirming for you the belief that life is cyclical and that nothing is truly lost. I love that message because, you know, when we're walking away from people, places, and things that are very close to our heart, that we do love, that we do connect with, it can be challenging, right? That Venus energy that's holding on, that we want to believe in the best, in the situation, in the person, etc. And I think that's great. We also just want to make sure that it's not detouring us, that it's taking us off the path. We have to go through those feelings, feel them, understand them, grieve them, have awareness. It is going to give us the freedom to keep pushing forward. And we've been having, you know, this individual pop up a lot for us. This past energy of wanting something. Maybe they do want a clean slate. Maybe they do want fresh beginnings is what I see. But then at the same time, I don't love the motivation. Obviously, everyone's situation is going to be different. You're going to know what's best for you, but really take some time today and search out your options, dive into that Mercury energy, communicate, collaborate with some people, some new people is what I'm hearing, because it's going to give you better understanding, inspiration, and footing for dealing with this past energy. So with that being said, happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in always. I really appreciate the support to the channel. Drop comments below. I love to hear how this resonates or plays out in your life. Thank you for all the blessings. I appreciate you so much. I'm sending love and blessings your way.